What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. You also know I'm a Weeble. Preferred influencer. Best promotion in the pinned comment. All you need to do is click the link, open an account, agree to the terms and conditions. They are going to give you free stock. I want to thank Chi-Town Hero for putting this clip on Twitter, which is by far one of the worst gaming clips of any game I have ever seen. I want you to watch it and listen to it at speed, and then we're going to break it down twice. All right, so where do you begin with a play like this? I guess the first thing we're going to do is discuss the offensive line, because that's what actually causes the pressure. When the line breaks down, the quarterback has to scramble, starts to look downfield, and it really, as usual with Madden, starts from the loss of a double team block, which should be the strongest block this game has. Can it be overpowered? Yes, but it should be more readable when you watch it fail. Now, I offer that because I want you to pay special attention to what these players do after they disengage. We're going to refer to this player as Clint, and yes, that is a real picture of the aforementioned Clint that we refer to. I want you to watch his movement here and understand his programming. The real Clint programmed all of this logic. Runs backwards, runs sideways, runs in line, stops, looks the other way. Now let's talk about tackling. Let's talk about physics. Let's talk about non-animation dependent gameplay. Everything is going to the left. The ball carrier, the tacklers, everything. It doesn't matter in Madden because you can see the animation get sucked into, players get pulled up, they get pulled down. This is what we've asked them to get away from for years. Now, as the movement upfield starts, you can see some blocks get set, some players kind of get juked. All of that's fine. I really don't have a problem with open field movement. Yes, this animation there could have been a little cleaner, particularly if we're concerned about penalties with referees, blocks in the back. But at this point, I digress, because that little movement there is so insignificant to the rest of how broken this play is. And so much of this is a lack of animations because of what they actually put into this game. So very important to understand where we are right here. I want you to watch very carefully the feet of this player and understand that what you're going to see is an animation right in front of you get kind of snapped into the transition from him running at the 20-yard line. That's why I left the yard marker open. You can see right here, a little bit of a snap, okay, skip in the step, now runs to the outside. This animation has started. He is going to run up behind the ball carrier, but the Chicago Bear is still trailing. So this is a live football that he's holding out at the 5-yard line. Now, I know people will say, well, the user chose to celebrate, all those things. Listen, that's fine. The problem is the game doesn't have enough animations to even deal with football, much less these stupid celebrations, because as we start to go forward, we have a strip of the football occurring at the 5-yard line while number 14 has his hand around the other ball carrier. Why do things like this happen in this game? It is so embarrassing to sit here and break down these things, because not only does EA sit there and tell us foundational football, AI enhancements, smarter players, realistic player action, reaction to the plays you call, providing more confidence for your AI teammates. Let's take that mindset of what EA sells you and ask, why is this receiver celebrating into the end zone despite user control going on and off? He's actively trying to break the animation because the live ball is laying in the end zone and no player around it can break out of a stupid celebration to go pick up the ball and score. This is unacceptable. Is anyone at the NFL watching? Because they sold us sapient technology to atomically, accurately replicate NFL player skeletons. They are selling us a skeleton to be more responsive and representative to true-to-life players, and we have a user that can't get control of the player skeleton to dive on a live football. You will never see a game sell so much and deliver so little. As I mentioned, though, gonna go back for the first time in a long time, because I couldn't fit all of this into one breakdown, and I just want you to understand something that I missed initially and then went back and just had to highlight on its own. I want you to now, in hindsight, knowing how much number 14 meant to this play, and it doesn't matter who number 14 is, I want you to watch the course he takes here to get to that point. He runs up, he turns around. Why? Why is blocking logic so bad in this game? Look at how disjointed this game looks. Does any of that look like football to you? If your answer is yes, I need to know what football you're watching. This, I will reiterate to you, was to be the make or break year for EA Sports. They knew this is the year. All the promises, all the commitments. This is the year they were going to put their jobs on the line and make the best football game, not for us, for them. When your job is on the line, you're making it for you. They sat there and sold us a skeleton. They sat there and told us this was going to be the smartest game we've ever played. Just yesterday, I was showing you coaching logic that is broken in terms of calling timeouts and overtime that honestly is probably 15 years old. We have glitches and bugs in this game that can practically drive. That's how old they are. Think about that. Why aren't these things fixed? Because they're focused more on selling you the game is better than actually making a game that's better. Anyone at EA that sat there and knew the game was going to play like this, through the beta, through the pre-release, through the day launch, I got news for you. This should impact your job. And I don't take that lightly because I respect the economy we're in, but quite frankly, you're not delivering a quality product to your consumer. And when that happens, things do ultimately become your responsibility. And in some cases, that means license get lost. In some cases, that means exclusivity goes away. In other cases, that means maybe it's time to clean house at EA Sports and get a team with a fresh set of eyes, a fresh set of programmers that are willing to make a game that replicates NFL football, because anyone that looks at the play I just showed you is going to have a hard time outside of the logos explaining to anyone how it represents football at the highest form. And this is just one play of hundreds that can be broken down on the first day of this game's release that fail to live up to the expectation EA set, not us. We're not the ones asking for skeletons in a game. They are the ones telling us that they're there. They set the expectation, and then they find a way each year to lower the bar. This needs to be the last time the bar gets lowered. It's time for the NFL to respond, remove this license, and let someone else have an opportunity to make a game, because this is not worthy of the NFL shield. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching it. You know, when a game plays so bad I have to break it down twice in the same video, there is no way I will not be back in the week with more commentary.